In today's world, it's really rare to find someone who doesn't watch a series. And that's because they make our lives much brighter and more diverse. After all, each time with anticipation and excitement watching the next episode, we experience together with the characters a variety of situations and emotions. The idea of this series is quite interesting and intriguing. So it is curious both in terms of its plot and in terms of the cast. The possibilities for the development of such a plot are endless, which is why right now it is being discussed all over the world. Meanwhile, the episode release date has already been determined. Spectators will be able to see the new episode on February 17th. It is quite possible that the upcoming episode may strike viewers so hard that they will not be able to tear their eyes away from the screen. Knowing the creators of the series, this episode can easily plunge into the abyss of desperate events and allow you to emotionally experience the full range of feelings, similar to the characters. Directing a film or television show can be an extremely challenging and demanding job. There are a wide variety of difficulties that directors can face during the filming process, including creative, logistical, and technical issues. One major difficulty that directors often face is maintaining their creative vision while also meeting the demands of producers, studios, and other stakeholders. It can be difficult to balance the need to stay true to one's artistic vision with the need to make compromises in order to get the project made. Directors may also face pressure to conform to certain conventions or trends in order to appeal to a wider audience, which can be challenging for those who want to push the boundaries or try something new. Another major difficulty that directors can face is the logistical challenges of coordinating the various elements that go into a film or television show. This can include everything from scheduling and budgeting to managing the cast and crew, finding locations, and coordinating transportation and other logistical needs. This can be particularly challenging for directors working on large-scale productions, where there are many moving parts and a lot of people to coordinate. Technical difficulties can also be a major challenge for directors. Filmmaking is a highly technical process, and directors need to be knowledgeable about a wide range of equipment, software, and techniques in order to effectively communicate their vision to the crew and get the shots they need. They may also need to troubleshoot problems that arise with equipment or software, or work around limitations or challenges posed by the shooting location. Overall, the role of a director can be extremely challenging, as they are responsible for bringing their vision to life while also navigating a wide range of creative, logistical, and technical difficulties. However, for those who are up to the challenge, the rewards of directing a film or television show can be great, as it allows them to tell stories and create experiences that can have a lasting impact on audiences around the world. The chemistry between actors during the production of a motion picture can have a significant impact on the final product. A strong chemistry between actors can enhance the believability of their characters' relationships and bring a sense of realism to the film. On the other hand, a lack of chemistry can lead to a disconnect between the characters and make their interactions feel forced and unnatural. One aspect of chemistry between actors is the ability to communicate and connect with one another. Actors must be able to understand each other's acting process, to listen and respond to one another and to make adjustments as necessary. A good working relationship between actors allows them to trust each other and to work as a team, which is essential for creating believable and nuanced performances. Another aspect of chemistry is the ability to create a sense of intimacy between the characters. This can be achieved through the use of physical proximity, touch, and eye contact. When actors are able to create a sense of intimacy between their characters, it helps the audience to become emotionally invested in their relationship, making the story more impactful. Additionally, chemistry between actors often develops over time as they work together on a project. As actors spend more time with each other, they get to know one another's rhythms and habits, which can lead to a deeper understanding of their characters and their relationship. This process can lead to a dynamic and nuanced performance that would be difficult to achieve otherwise. Furthermore, the chemistry between actors can also be influenced by the director and the script. A good director will work to bring out the best in the actors, and to create an environment where they can thrive. A well-written script can also help to foster chemistry between actors by providing them with rich and complex characters to play. Lastly, the chemistry between actors can also be influenced by the chemistry between the characters they are playing. Actors may find it easier to connect with each other when their characters have a strong bond, whereas it may be more challenging to connect with each other when their characters are in conflict. The process of creating a television series or motion picture can be a costly endeavor, and one of the most significant challenges facing creators is securing the funding needed to shoot the project. There are several sources from where creators can get the money to shoot their series. One of the most common sources of funding for television series and films is the studios and production companies. These companies have the resources and financial backing to fund projects, and they often invest in projects that they believe will be successful. This can be a great source of funding, but it also means that creators may have to give up some level of creative control over the project. Another source of funding is television networks and streaming platforms. They may directly finance the series, but that's not the only source of funding. They also fund the series by pre-buying it, where they guarantee to buy a certain number of episodes before the series even started to be produced. They also invest in the production, development, and promotion of the series. Another way to get funding is through government funding or tax breaks. Some governments have film or TV funds that creators can apply for. This funding can come with certain conditions, such as a requirement to hire local talent or to film in certain locations. Some governments also have tax rebates for filming in their countries, which can significantly decrease the cost of filming. Crowdfunding is another way for creators to get the money for the series. Crowdfunding platforms allow creators to reach out to fans and supporters to raise money for their project. However, it may not be enough to fully fund a series, but it can help to cover some of the costs. Lastly, some creators may turn to private investors to fund their projects. This could be high net worth individuals, venture capitalists, or angel investors. They may invest in the project in exchange for a share of the profits or other perks. This can be a great way for creators to get the money they need to shoot their series, but it also means that they may have to give up some control over the project. Going to a premiere at the cinema is a special experience that can create many pleasant moments. The excitement of seeing a new story unfold on the big screen for the first time, surrounded by like-minded individuals who are just as passionate about the subject, can be truly exhilarating. One of the most enjoyable moments is the atmosphere outside the cinema before the screening begins. The buzz of anticipation and the feeling of camaraderie among the crowd can be palpable, as people chat and speculate about what they're about to see. Once inside the cinema, the anticipation builds as the lights dim and the previews begin. The dark room filled with the sound of trailers and the flickering of the screen can be an exciting moment to be part of, as one feels like part of an exclusive audience about to witness a new tale unfold. Another moment is the sense of immersion that comes with seeing a story on the big screen. The large screen, surround sound, and comfortable seating can transport you into the story, making you feel like you are part of the action on screen. This can be especially impactful when the story is visually striking and the sound design is well crafted. The feeling of the premiere is also heightened by the knowledge that you are among the first to see the story. The sense of exclusivity, being among the first to see the newest tales, can add to the excitement and pleasure of the experience. Another pleasant moment that comes with going to a premiere at the cinema is the opportunity to dress up and make an occasion out of it. Many people enjoy the opportunity to put on their finest attire and make an evening out of it. Going to the cinema can be a social event where people can come together with their friends and family and enjoy each other's company as well as the film. Finally, the memories created from the premiere can be a pleasant moment in retrospect. The shared experience of witnessing a new story for the first time, surrounded by a supportive audience, can be something to look back on fondly and remember for years to come. Casting actors for roles in visual media productions is a complex and often time-consuming process. There are many factors that go into casting decisions, and the process can vary greatly depending on the specific project and the needs of the filmmakers. One of the primary considerations in casting is the fit of the actor for the role. Filmmakers must consider the physical appearance, acting abilities, and personality of the actor to determine if they are a good fit for the character. The actor must also be able to portray the character in a believable and authentic manner. Another important factor in casting is the availability of the actor. The actor must be available for the filming schedule and must also be able to commit to the project for the duration of filming. This can be especially important for TV series, which often have longer shooting schedules and require a greater time commitment from the actors. The popularity and fame of the actor is also often taken into consideration when casting for visual media productions. A well-known actor can bring attention and buzz to a project and may also be able to attract a larger audience. However, it is important for filmmakers to ensure that the actor is a good fit for the role and will not distract from the overall quality of the production. Casting decisions can also be influenced by the budget of the project. Actors who are more well-known or have a larger following may command a higher salary, which can impact the budget of the project. Filmmakers must consider the cost of casting an actor versus the potential benefits that the actor may bring to the project. Overall, casting actors for roles in visual media productions is a complex and multifaceted process. Filmmakers must consider the fit of the actor for the role, their availability, their popularity and fame, and the budget of the project in order to make the best casting decisions for the project. The decision of whether to consume a visual story as a series or as a movie is largely a matter of personal preference, and each format has its own unique advantages and disadvantages. One of the main benefits of a series format is that it allows for a more in-depth exploration of the characters and the world in which the story takes place. A series can unfold over multiple episodes, providing the opportunity to delve deeper into the motivations and backstories of the characters and to establish a more rich and detailed universe. With a series, storytellers can also create long-term arcs, mystery and cliffhangers that keeps the audience engaged and wanting for more. On the other hand, a movie format is limited by the time constraints of a single feature-length production. This means that the story must be more self-contained and the characters and world may not be as fully developed. However, movies tend to have a clear and defined structure and are more easily digestible. They also tend to have a more focused and a singular message or theme they want to convey. Another advantage of a series is the possibility of experimenting with different types of episodes. A series can have standalone episodes that focus on a single character or event while also having a larger storyline that ties the season together. This allows for more variety and can cater to different audiences. Movies, on the other hand, tend to stick to one formula and style. This can be a disadvantage for some audiences that might not enjoy the same type of story throughout the whole film. Another thing to consider is the audience experience and the level of commitment required. A series is typically watched over a longer period of time, usually on a weekly basis. And this can create a sense of anticipation and engagement with the audience, which can lead to a more loyal following. On the other hand, movies are usually watched in one sitting and require a smaller commitment from the audience in terms of time and energy. Production-wise, a series usually comes with a bigger budget and a larger crew, which allows for more elaborate special effects and more creative freedom in terms of storytelling. However, a movie usually has a higher budget per minute of screen time, giving them the ability to be more visually stunning and impactful. Acting is a profession that involves bringing characters to life on stage or on screen. An actor's job is to interpret the script written by a playwright or screenwriter, and to bring the character to life through a combination of movement, voice, and emotion. To begin with, actors must be skilled in the art of storytelling. They must be able to understand and interpret the script, as well as the character they are playing, in order to effectively convey the story to the audience. They must also be able to connect with the emotions of the character, and be able to convey them in a believable way to the audience. In order to bring the character to life, actors must also be proficient in the technical aspects of acting. This includes things like movement, voice, and the use of props. They should have a good command over their body language and facial expressions, and be able to convey the character's emotions and reactions through these nonverbal cues. They also should be able to vary their voice, tone, and inflection to suit the character's emotions and actions. In addition to these technical skills, actors must also be able to work well in a team. Many actors spend months, or even years, working with the same group of people on a project. As a result, they need to be able to collaborate effectively with the director, other actors, and the crew. Acting also requires a high level of discipline and hard work. Actors must be able to work long hours and maintain a high level of concentration, especially during extended rehearsals or shooting. They must also be able to take direction and make quick adjustments to their performance as needed. Acting also have a big commitment in terms of time, energy, and focus. Being an actor is not just a 9-to-5 job. They have to attend auditions, rehearsals, and other events outside of the regular workday. They may also have to travel for work and spend long periods of time away from home. The real job of an actor is to bring characters to life through a combination of storytelling, technical skills, and teamwork. It's a demanding and challenging profession, but it can also be incredibly rewarding for those who are passionate about it. There are many factors that can contribute to a production being perceived as boring by audiences. One potential reason is that the story or concept may be uninteresting or unengaging. Without a compelling narrative or well-developed characters, a production may struggle to hold the attention of viewers. Another reason a production may be considered boring is that the pacing may be slow or uneven. If the plot moves too slowly, or if there are long periods of time in which nothing of consequence happens, audiences may lose interest. On the other hand, if the pacing is too fast and events are rushed, the audience may have difficulty keeping up with what is happening and the emotional impact of the story may be lost. Another reason some productions fail to capture the interest of audiences is the lack of emotional engagement. Audience members will likely find it hard to connect with the characters, the plot, or the themes if they can't find something that resonates with them emotionally. It could be through the story or the performances. A production may also be considered boring if it is overly formulaic or predictable. If the story follows a familiar pattern or formula, audiences may find it difficult to stay engaged because they can predict what will happen next. Additionally, poor production values such as bad acting, poor special effects, or poor sound and lighting can also make a production uninteresting. The production should have high standards in terms of technical aspects in order to make the audience fully immersed and engaged in the experience. It's important to note that the criteria for what makes a production boring can vary greatly from person to person. What one person finds dull and uninteresting, another person might find captivating and intriguing. There are many different factors that can contribute to a production being considered boring. It could be due to the story, pacing, lack of emotional engagement, formulaic, or poor production values. It's important to keep in mind that people have different tastes and preferences, and what one person finds boring, another person might find compelling. Costumes in movies and TV shows are extremely important, as they play a vital role in the overall visual aesthetic of a production and help to establish the time period, location, and character identities within the story. When it comes to historical movies and TV shows, costumes serve as an essential element in accurately portraying the clothing and fashion of a particular time period. Attention to detail in costume design can help to enhance the realism and authenticity of a film or show set in the past, making it more immersive for the audience. In contemporary productions, costumes can also be used to convey important information about the characters and their personalities. A character's style of dress can reveal clues about their profession, social status, and even their psychological state. For example, a character who is always impeccably dressed in tailored suits may be portrayed as confident and successful, while a character who wears grungy and disheveled clothing might be portrayed as rebellious or troubled. Costumes can also be used as a form of symbolism within a story. For instance, a character who consistently wears all black may be portrayed as brooding or sinister, while a character who wears bright and colorful clothing might be portrayed as upbeat and cheerful. In addition to serving as a tool for character development and storytelling, costumes can also be used to enhance the visual appeal of a production. The use of vibrant colors, intricate patterns, and elaborate designs can help to create a visually striking and memorable aesthetic. Overall, Costumes are an integral part of the movie and TV industry and play a vital role in the overall effectiveness and impact of a production. Without carefully thought out and designed costumes, many stories and characters would not be as fully realized or compelling. One of the most important aspects of costume design in movies and TV shows is the ability to effectively convey information about the time period and location in which the story is set. Authentic and accurate costumes can help to transport the audience to a specific place and time, enhancing the immersive experience of the film or show. In addition to historical accuracy, costume designers must also consider the practicalities of costume design for actors. The costumes must be functional and allow the actors to move freely and comfortably, while also fitting the character's personality and appearance. This can be especially challenging when designing costumes for action scenes or physically demanding sequences. The use of computer graphics, or CG, in the visual storytelling industry has grown significantly in recent years. In the 21st century, it has become increasingly common for filmmakers to rely on computer graphics to create special effects, animations, and even entire worlds that would be impossible or too expensive to create in the real world. One of the main reasons for this increased reliance on computer graphics is the advancement of technology. Computers have become more powerful and efficient, which has made it possible to create highly detailed and realistic special effects. Additionally, software and tools used in the visual effects industry have become more advanced, enabling filmmakers to create a wide range of visual effects with a relatively small team and budget. Another reason for the increased use of computer graphics is the versatility that it provides to filmmakers. With computer graphics, filmmakers have the ability to create anything they can imagine, from fantastical worlds to realistic creatures that would be impossible to achieve with practical effects alone. In addition, computer graphics allows for greater control over the final image, such as adjusting lighting, camera angles, and color grading. This allows for more flexibility and creativity in the storytelling process. Another factor for the increased use of computer graphics is the economic aspect. Using computer graphics in production can also be much more cost-effective than using practical effects. Computer-generated images can be created and stored digitally, which eliminates the need for expensive physical sets and props. Additionally, it reduces the need for expensive location scouting and shooting, as entire environments can be digitally created. Finally, the increasing popularity of streaming platforms and the constantly growing audience has made the demand for visually stunning and high-quality content higher than ever before, thus putting pressure on production companies to strive for more and more cinematic experiences. This pressure has led to an increase in investment in computer graphics to enhance the visual quality of the film. There are a number of reasons why a television series might end after just one season. One possibility is that the series was not popular enough to justify the cost of producing additional seasons. Television networks and streaming platforms rely on advertising and subscription revenue to fund the production of their shows. And if a series is not generating enough of this revenue, it may be cancelled. Another reason why a series might end after just one season is that it was always intended to be a limited series. Some shows are designed to tell a complete story within a single season, and the creators do not have plans to continue the story beyond that. In these cases, the series may be cancelled simply because it has reached the end of its intended narrative. A third possibility is that the series was well received, but the creators or producers decided to end it after just one season for creative or personal reasons. This might be because the creators feel that they have told the story that they wanted to tell, or because they are moving on to other projects. Finally, a series might end after just one season due to behind-the-scenes factors such as budget issues or conflicts between the creators and the network or streaming platform. Another reason why a series might end after just one season is because it was unable to find its footing in the crowded television landscape. With so many options available for viewers to choose from, it can be difficult for a new show to stand out and build a dedicated audience. This is especially true for shows that are competing in crowded genres or that do not have a strong hook or unique selling point. It is also worth noting that the cancellation of a television series after just one season is not always a reflection of the quality of the show. Some critically acclaimed series have struggled to find an audience and have been cancelled after just one season, while other shows that were poorly received have gone on to have long and successful runs. The world of visual storytelling has seen a major shift in recent years with the rise of online streaming platforms such as Netflix. This has led to a significant change in the way stories are consumed and has raised the question of what the future of the traditional cinema experience might look like. One potential future for cinema could be the increased use of virtual reality technology. This could allow audiences to fully immerse themselves in the story and interact with the characters and environment in new and exciting ways. This technology is already being used in some theme parks and attractions and could be adapted for use in movie theaters, providing a more interactive and engaging experience for audiences. Another possibility for the future of cinema is the continued blurring of the lines between traditional films and television series. Streaming platforms have popularized the idea and release of entire season at once, and it could be possible that traditional cinemas will adopt this model, offering viewers the chance to watch entire seasons of films or series over the course of 1 or 2 days. Similar to a film festival experience, we might also see a greater emphasis on personalized and interactive experiences at the cinema. This could include the use of real-time voting systems, allowing audiences to actively participate in the story or make decisions for the characters, or even the use of AI and machine learning to customize the cinema experience for individual viewers. Additionally, the increase in popularity of streaming platforms have made it easier for independent filmmakers to produce and distribute their works, allowing them to reach wider audiences. And this could lead to the emergence of new voices and perspectives in storytelling that previously might have been relegated to film festivals or small screenings. The future of cinema could also involve a greater focus on community and shared experiences. Cinemas may look to create more interactive and social spaces, such as bars, lounges, and other communal areas, where audiences can gather before or after the screening to discuss the film or show they just watched. There are many things that we, as viewers, do not often pay attention to while watching visual media. For example, we may not notice the long hours of hard work and dedication put in by the actors, directors, and crew members. The attention to detail in the production, from the costume design to the set design, is often overlooked as we become immersed in the story and characters. Special effects are frequently used to create breathtaking and visually stunning moments, but they can also be used to subtly enhance the realism of the production. However, these effects are often seamlessly integrated, so we may not be aware of their presence. Technical aspects, such as lighting, sound design, and camera work, also play a crucial role in creating the overall aesthetic and feel of a visual media production. However, these elements may not be consciously registered by the viewer as they watch. Music, sound effects, and Foley work are also important in creating a sense of realism and immersion in a visual media production, but they may not be noticed by the viewer. Similarly, the countless hours of rehearsals that go into perfecting a scene may be lost on the audience as the final product appears effortless and natural. In short, there are many things that we, as viewers, do not notice while watching visual media. From the hard work and dedication of the cast and crew to the technical and artistic details, there is a wealth of information that goes into the making of a film, TV show, or other form of visual media, and much of it is lost on the audience as we become immersed in the story and characters. There are many other things that we, as viewers, do not often notice while watching movies and TV shows. One of these is the use of continuity errors, which are mistakes in the film or show that break the continuity of the story. These errors can be small, such as a character's hair changing between shots, or larger, such as a character suddenly disappearing without explanation. While these errors can be distracting for some viewers, they are often overlooked by the audience as a whole. Another thing that we may not notice while watching movies and TV shows is the use of product placement, which is when brands and products are featured prominently in the film or show in exchange for payment. This can be subtle, such as a character drinking a certain brand of soda, or more overt, such as a character driving a specific make and model of car. While product placement is a common practice in the entertainment industry, It can be easy to overlook if we are not paying attention. When considering whether to watch a piece of visual entertainment, there are several indicators that it may not be worth your time. One common sign is a poor rating from reputable critics. While individual taste can vary greatly, a film that has been widely panned by professional reviewers is likely to have significant flaws. Additionally, a low rating on popular review aggregation websites such as Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb can be a red flag. Another indication that a film may not be worth watching is a lack of buzz or anticipation surrounding its release. If a film is not generating significant interest or conversation in the lead-up to its debut, it may be an indication that it is not a high-quality production. Similarly, a film that has been in theaters for some time without gaining traction is likely to be less satisfying than a film that has received positive word of mouth. The talent involved in the production of a film can also be a good indicator of its quality. If a film is directed by a filmmaker with a history of making subpar productions, or if it stars actors known more for their questionable acting skills than their talent, it may be best to skip it. On the other hand, a film directed by a critically acclaimed director or starring a talented cast is more likely to be worth watching. Another sign of a film that may be best avoided is heavy reliance on gimmicks or marketing ploys. For example, a film that is being heavily promoted based on a single special effect or action sequence, rather than its overall story or themes, is likely to be shallow and unfulfilling. Lastly, trailers, posters, and the overall packaging of the visual entertainment are the most obvious indicators of quality. Filmmakers often spend a lot of money and effort to make sure the trailers and posters look good to draw attention. A poorly produced or misleading trailer can indicate that the film is not worth watching, or that its marketing team is trying to conceal its shortcomings. While there are no guarantees that a film will be good or bad, paying attention to these signs can help you make an informed decision about whether to invest your time and money in a particular visual entertainment. There are a multitude of factors that can contribute to the success or failure of a film. Some of these factors include the quality of the film itself, the marketing campaign, the actors and actresses involved, the genre, and the timing of the release. One of the most important factors is the quality of the film. A film that is well written, well acted, and well directed is more likely to be successful than a film that is poorly made. The opposite is also true. A film that is poorly made is likely to struggle at the box office, even if it has a strong marketing campaign and big-name actors. Marketing is also a crucial factor in the success of a film. A well-crafted marketing campaign can generate buzz and excitement for a film, which can translate into ticket sales. On the other hand, a poor marketing campaign can doom a film from the start, even if the film itself is of high quality. The actors and actresses involved in a film can also impact its success. A film that features big-name stars is more likely to draw a crowd than a film with lesser-known actors. However, it is worth noting that a film can still be successful even if it does not have any stars, as long as the film itself is compelling and resonates with audiences. The genre of a film can also play a role in its success. Certain genres, such as superhero films, are generally more popular than others and are more likely to draw a large audience. Finally, the timing of a film's release can impact its success. A film that is released during the summer blockbuster season or around the holidays is more likely to be successful than a film that is released during a slower time of year. In conclusion, there are many factors that can contribute to the success or failure of a film. The quality of the film itself, the marketing campaign, the actors and actresses involved, the genre, and the timing of the release are all important considerations. Improvisation is a technique often used in the production of visual stories, where actors are given the freedom to deviate from the script and create dialogue or actions on the spot. This approach can bring a sense of spontaneity and authenticity to the finished product, but it can also pose challenges for the director and crew, who need to be prepared to adapt to the unexpected. One of the advantages of improvisation is that it allows actors to bring their own personalities and experiences to their roles. This can lead to performances that feel more natural and relatable to the audience. Improvisation can also help to uncover new ideas and perspectives that might not have been apparent in the original script. By encouraging actors to play around with different options, the director can discover new and exciting ways to tell the story. However, improvisation also requires a high degree of trust and collaboration between the actors and the director. The actors need to feel comfortable taking risks and going off script. And the director needs to be able to respond to the actors' choices in a way that keeps the story on track. This can be especially challenging when working with a large cast, as it can be difficult to keep everyone on the same page. Another challenge is when improvisation leads to unexpected results that can be both good and bad. It can add an extra layer of difficulty in maintaining continuity and cohesiveness in the final edited version. But it can also lead to some of the most powerful, unique, and memorable moments in the final product. In conclusion, improvisation can bring a sense of spontaneity and authenticity to a visual story. But it also requires a high degree of trust and collaboration between the actors and the director, as well as adaptability from the whole production team. It also needs a good preparation and understanding of the story and characters by the actors. When done right, improvisation can lead to powerful and unique moments in the final product. Recording sound during the filming of films and TV shows is a separate art form. Capturing sound during the production of visual media is a specialized craft that requires its own set of skills and techniques. Often overlooked in the grand scheme of filmmaking, sound recording is just as important as the visuals in creating an immersive and engaging experience for the audience. The process of recording sound for visual media begins long before filming starts. The production team will work with the sound department to determine the sound design of the project. This includes creating a soundscape, which involves selecting the specific sounds that will be used to create the ambience of a scene. This can include everything from the sound of a city street to the chirping of birds in a forest. Once the sound design has been determined, the sound team will begin to capture the necessary sounds. This can include using a boom microphone to capture dialogue during filming, or using a field recorder to capture ambient sounds. They will also use Foley techniques to create the sound effects that are necessary to bring the scene to life. For example, they might record the sound of a door being slammed to use as a sound effect in a scene where a character slams a door shut. After filming has wrapped, the sound team will begin the process of editing and mixing the sound. This is where they will balance the different elements of the soundscape to ensure that the dialogue is clear, the sound effects are effective, and the music is appropriate for the scene. This process can be quite complex and time-consuming, as it requires a great deal of attention to detail. One of the key aspects of sound recording is understanding how sound behaves in different environments. For example, sound behaves differently in a large, open space like a park versus a small, enclosed space like a bathroom. This knowledge allows the sound team to make informed decisions about how to capture sound in a specific scene. Sound is also a powerful tool for storytelling and creating a sense of atmosphere. For example, a scene shot in a quiet, peaceful forest would be vastly different if it were accompanied by the sounds of a bustling city. By creating a soundscape that is appropriate for the scene, the sound team can help to convey the emotions and atmosphere of the scene to the audience. The process of creating the scenery for a movie or TV show begins with the production designer and their team, who are responsible for envisioning and designing the overall look and feel of the film or show. This includes researching and gathering reference images and historical information to ensure authenticity, as well as creating sketches and prototypes of the sets and locations. Once the designs have been finalized, the next step is to bring them to life through the construction of the sets. This process involves a team of carpenters, painters, and other craftsmen who work to build and decorate the sets according to the production designer's vision. Scenery in movies and TV shows is extremely important, as it helps to establish the location and time period in which the story is set, and can also serve as a visual representation of the mood and tone of a particular scene. In historical movies and TV shows, the scenery serves as an essential element in accurately depicting the architecture, fashion, and culture of a particular time period. Attention to detail in set design and production design can help to enhance the realism and authenticity of a film or show set in the past, making it more immersive for the audience. In contemporary productions, the scenery can also be used to convey important information about the characters and their surroundings. The design of a character's home, for example, can reveal clues about their profession, social status, and personal style. The overall look and feel of a location can also impact the mood and atmosphere of a scene, and help to establish the overall aesthetic of the production. In addition to serving as a tool for storytelling and character development, scenery can also be used to enhance the visual appeal of a production. The use of breathtaking landscapes, elaborate sets, and striking architectural design can help to create a visually striking and memorable aesthetic. Overall, the scenery in movies and TV shows is an integral part of the industry and plays a vital role in the overall effectiveness and impact of a production. Without carefully thought out and designed scenery, many stories and characters would not be fully realized or believable.